From NPR News in Washington, I'm Jack Spear. Following his approval today as the new Speaker of the House, Wisconsin Representative Paul Ryan got a phone call from President Obama welcoming him to the job. White House spokesman Josh Earnest confirming the president called to tell Ryan he hopes they'll be able to work together. Ryan was sworn in today and thanked outgoing Speaker John Boehner for his work on Capitol Hill.
He is without a question the gentleman from Ohio. So please join me in saying one last time, thank you, Speaker Boehner.
Ryan becomes the 54th Speaker of the House. Following the election, House Republicans have chosen Representative Sam Johnson of Texas to serve as interim chair of the Tax Writing House Ways and Means Committee. The White House is downplaying an incident in the Sea of Japan this week in which U.S. military jets intercepted Russian bombers that flew too close to an American aircraft carrier. NPR's Scott Horsley reports the encounter happened during a joint military exercise between the U.S. and South Korea.
The aircraft carrier Ronald Reagan was steaming in international waters Tuesday when the Russian planes approached. White House spokesman Josh Earnest says South Korean planes were the first to contact the Russians, followed by 4 F-18 fighter jets that escorted the bombers out of the area.
And obviously, anywhere around the world where we need to take steps to ensure the safety and security of our men and women in uniform, we're going to take those steps. This was not a particularly threatening encounter.
The incident comes at a time of heightened tension between the U.S. and Russia over Ukraine and Syria. But Earnest insists the countries are not entering a new Cold War because, he says, Russia is no longer a superpower. Scott Horsley, NPR News, the White House.
The European Parliament has narrowly approved a non-binding resolution today urging member states to protect fugitive former National Security Agency contractor Edward Snowden. NPR's David Wellman explains the new plan at the White House, where a spokesman says Snowden should be tried for leaking classified information.
The resolution urging the 28 nations in the European Parliament to protect Edward Snowden from U.S. prosecution passed by only a 4-vote margin. It called Snowden a whistleblower, an international human rights defender. 2.5 years ago, Snowden leaked a trove of documents about secret spying programs carried out by the NSA. Snowden has taken refuge ever since in Moscow and faces felony charges in the U.S. White House National Security Council spokesman Ned Price tells NPR the resolution has not changed the U.S. position, which is that Snowden should be returned to the U.S. as soon as possible. David Wellman, NPR News, Washington.
The government is officially confirming what many economists already knew: growth slowed substantially during the just completed quarter. The Commerce Department says its first read on third quarter GDP shows the economy expanding at a relatively anemic 1.5% annual rate. On Wall Street today, the Dow dropped 23 points, the Nasdaq was down 21 points. This is NPR.